Come and lie on your back with your knees bent, nothing under your head, and preferably no socks on so you have a bit of grip. You can let the hands rest on the belly. And here you could even just drop your knees in against each other, broadening across the lower back. Now take this moment just to settle in. Feel the breath come and go. Let it slow down. Letting go of anything you're holding in the abdomen. Feel the gentle rise and fall of the breath there. Encourage your breath to become a little bit bigger. And bring the arms down by your sides and the knees and feet hip width apart. Let's breathe in and rock the pelvis forwards. And as we breathe out, we'll rock it back and rise up into a bridge. It's just nice, gentle, low bridge. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, roll the spine down again. Rock the pelvis forwards as you breathe in. And this time as you rock back and rise up in the bridge, lift your arms up to the ceiling and over the head towards the ground behind you. Now stay here. As you breathe in, feel the four corners of each foot on the floor. And then roll it on down as you exhale, bringing the arms with you. Now we're going to do that a couple more times, just moving through the spine in that way with your breath. Rolling up on the exhale, with or without the arm movement. On the inhale, as you're in your bridge, feel length, more than height, lengthening the lower back. And as you're coming down on the exhale, feel through each bone in the spine, one at a time, landing on the earth. The forward tilt of your pelvis before you rock it back and rise again. 2 more rounds. So you want to really slow your breath. Give yourself a chance. Time to feel each movement. Last round. And when you come all the way down, rock the pelvis forwards once more. And then back, let the knees come into the body now. Hold the knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little rock here. Now bring the right leg over the left leg for a supine pigeon. Spreading the right hand in between the 2 hands to the back of the left leg. Breathe here. Easing a little bit of space into your right hip by drawing that left leg in a bit more. Relax any tension that's crept in around the mouth, the jaw. The back of your neck is long, shoulders relaxed. Take 1 more breath here. And then let go of the legs, but keep the same shape. Put the left foot on the floor, open the arms out wide. So very same shape with the legs. Bring the legs over to the right. So now your right leg is like a weight on the left leg, drawing it over and down. 1 breath here. Now back to the center, breathing in, and just close the gap between the legs now. Bring that right leg a little further over the left leg, and then lift the hips a little bit to the right before you drop the legs to the left for a twist to the other side. You could put your left hand there on that top leg. You could turn the head towards the right. Deep breaths now into the belly, ribs, and even up into the chest. One more breath. Very slow, very deep. Come back to the middle, straightening up the hips. We're going to cross the left leg over the right and supine pigeon on this side. We thread the left hand in between the two legs around the back of the right, both hands holding onto the back of the right leg. So listen into the left hip here now. You can rock in and out, side to side. Draw the right leg in a little more as you're ready. Open up the left hip and release some of the tension in the outer hip. Keep the left foot flexed to protect your knee. Stay with your breath. Let's take one last breath here. And as you're bringing the leg in a little deeper, lengthen the back of the neck, shoulders back. Now let go, put the foot on the floor, your right foot, keep the legs as they are, arms open out wide, and drop the legs to the left. Giving a stretch to the outside of that right hip flexor. Yeah, all the way down the outside of the right leg. Breathe here. Now bring it to the center. Close the legs together, wrapping that left leg a little further over the right. Lift the hips a tiny bit to the left and then drop the legs to the right. If you want to put your right hand on the top leg here, you could. Now go into this twist. Don't push, just breathe. One more breath, very slow and deep. And drop a little deeper as you exhale. Come back to the middle, breathing in, unwind, straightening everything up, and let's just bring the knees in. So knees nice and wide, feet towards each other, reach through and grab a hold of the ankles or shins. Let's have a little rock in that gentle konasana type position. And if you'd like to lift your feet towards happy baby one at a time or both together, do. Now let go, hold the back of your knees, cross your ankles and roll your way up to sit. Sitting cross-leg. We'll bring our hands to our knees. Breathe in. And as we breathe out, round the back. Sit towards your tailbone. Drop the head. And now breathing in, pull on the knees to help yourself come forwards. Lift the chest, lift the head. Now circle your way around. So you're moving to that rounded position, but we're coming through the sides of the body now. So what we're really getting here as we go the whole way around in a circle is a little more freedom in the hips. And that movement feeds all the way up through the spine. Go around the other way, a couple of rounds the other direction. All the way up into the neck and shoulders. So start to become aware of what's going on in your back. Let's do one more round. You could change direction if you like. And then we'll come around to the middle of the circle. Breathe in, take your right arm up from your side up and over, left hand to the ground. Circle it over and then sweep it down across the body, hand to the earth. Left arm, up and over. Nice. Bring it around and down, and that'll do. We'll sit in the middle, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, hands and knees. Let's go. Cat and cow. Breathing in, lift the head, lift the tailbone. Breathing out, round your back. Two more. And last round. And in that cat pose, become conscious of the lift in the pelvic floor, that Mula Bandha connection. Now open up once more. Cow pose, inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. A little softness in your elbows, bow your head. And shift the weight from one hand to the other, letting the hips sway. Now walking the hands down the mat towards you. We'll bring our hands to our shins. We'll breathe in, lengthen, look ahead, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend the knees, soften in, bow down, Uttanasana. Take a breath here. Gently lengthening and lifting through the backs of your legs. Now bend your knees, inhale, come all the way up, opening the arms up and wide to the sky. And draw it in, down to the heart, exhale. Take the hands down, interlace them behind. Inhale, open the chest, pull the hands back and down. Now bend the knees and fold in, Uttanasana. Half wheel, the hands rising off the back. Bring a tiny softness to your knees, ribs to your thighs, and a little yes and no through the head. Now one more breath, and see about just lifting those hands a little higher. Good, now let your hands come down to your shins, breathe in, half lift. Walk it out, downward dog. Now let's bring our feet together. Inhale, lift the right leg up with an open hip, so bend your knee. Let the heel move a little to the left. And then bring the foot through, exhaling. Bring your back knee down, a cushion under it if you like. Now keeping your left hand on the ground, let's breathe in and bring your right arm round in front of you. Sweep it around in front, over a little to the left, and then back. That hand is going to come to the ground, put it down, and left hand reaches around and then back. Now we're going to keep going with this movement. It can become a bit bigger. The right hand comes around a little more to the left and then over through that space in front. Left hand follows. So it almost becomes like a helicopter kind of movement. One arm flowing around, following the other. Let's keep it going. Yeah, that's it. One of my friends calls this the whirligig movement. Whirling witches, she calls us. One more time to each side. So the right arm reaching, and then the left arm reaching, and then we're balanced. Good, now bring it back, hands to the earth, bring your knee back. Inhaling, set up anahatasana, and exhale, bow the heart towards the earth. Come forwards, forearm plank, inhale. Nice strong little stretch through your legs. Legs down, exhale. Upward puppy, inhale. Stay with upward puppy, or exhale, come down, bring the hands closer to you for cobra. Inhale, rise up. Downward dog, exhale. Feet together, inhale, left leg rises. Bend the knee, open the hip. Or take it on through, foot between the hands, the back knee down. Now keep your right hand down on the ground And let the left arm sweep around that space in front, leaning over to the right a little bit. That's it. And then back around, exhaling. So the inhale draws the right arm around a little further and back through that space, exhale. So you go forwards, you go around, and then over to the right and even a little bit back. Keep going. So that circular movement can become a little bit bigger, going a little further. Your pace. Last time now to each side. So we're going left arm reaching first. And then the right arm, this is at your own pace. And then we're back to the middle. Take the knee back. Breathe in, set up the hands ahead of you. Breathe out, keep those hips up high as you drop through the upper back. Hands very firm, reaching ahead of you. Forearm plank, inhale. Legs down, exhale. Inhale, upward puppy. Stay here, or exhale, come down. Bring the hands closer. Cobra, or something approaching an upward dog, either if you like. Downward dog. Now a similar but slightly different movement coming up. Feet together, right leg rising, bend the knee, inhaling. Exhale, step through. The knee comes down. Pop a cushion under it here if you like. Let the hips come down, but bring the body up now. Bring your hands to your hips. Soften the hips. Keep the left hand on your hip now. And as you inhale, bring the right arm out and up and over your head for a side opening. Sweep it across the body and down, hand to the hip. Now left side. Inhale, arm opens up and over. Exhale, across, hand back to the hip, and we keep going. Keep going. Right arm up and over. That's it. So as we keep going, we might get a little deeper with the hips. We might let the hand drop from the hip to the floor instead. Last time now. That's it. You want to soften on down, go lower through the hips. Last one, left arm, and now finish by bringing the right hand behind you on your hip, your left arm forwards, up over your head, come up. Good, hand behind your head now, hold it and drop the hips a bit deeper. Lovely. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out, let the hands come down, pull the hips back. Half splits, curl your toes back. Breathe in. Good, now breathe out if you can. Bow a little deeper. So breathe in, you can rise a little bit. Breathe out, go longer and deeper. One more breath like that. Inhale, there might be a little rise, a little curling upwards, and then exhale, in you go. Now go forwards, bending the front knee, curl the back toes under, breathe out and lift the back knee up. Take one breath here, lifting your hips up, coil in, and now stay here, exhale and bow over the front leg, which is pretty straight now if it can be. Good, now bend your knee, breathe in, breathe out, let's step it on back, downward dog. So we're going to come through a connecting vinyasa, forwards to plank, or again, you could stick with that anahatasana version. Exhale, chaturanga or anahatasana. Inhale, one wise back bend. Downward dog, exhale. Now feet together, we'll take the left leg up, inhale, bend your knee, open your hip. And then bring it on through. Back knee comes down. So put the cushioning under it here if you like. Bring yourself up away from the floor. Bring your hands to your hips. Okay. Keeping the let's say, left hand on the hip, we'll bring the right arm out to the side, up and over the head, circle around and down as you exhale. And that's it. Keep going. Left hand. Inhale. This is round 1. And we're doing 3. Exhale. Round 2. As you go through the rounds, let the hips go deeper, which might mean we can drop the hand from the hip to the floor, but we don't have to push that. Last round. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Last time now, left hand. When you finish that round, put that left hand on the back of your hip, bring your right arm up. And as you do, bring the hips back, give yourself a bit of a break, hold the back of your head, and now exhale, in we go deeper, hips deeper. Now breathe in, head back into your hand, and your hand on your hip helps to sort of push forwards and down, open up. Exhale, release, hands to the earth, pull the hips back, inhale. Hips back, half splits. Exhale over that leg, wake it up. 2 more breaths. Feel a wave of breath lifting you as you inhale. Exhale, go deeper. Go into the sensations. 1 more breath. Long exhale. Dive in, right to your edge. Oh, that's nice. Come forwards. Inhale. Bending the front knee. We're going to exhale, turn the back toes under and lift that back leg. Now inhale. Lift up, hips up high, straightening the front leg as much as we can. And now exhale. I'm still on the ball of the back foot. Bow over the front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee, back to your lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Connecting vinyasa. Inhale, forwards to plank or to your knees and your hands ahead of you. Exhale, chaturanga or anahatasana. Inhale, flow on through into your back bend. And downward dog as you exhale. Stay here, breathe. And walk the feet forwards about halfway up your mat. Bring your hands to your shins, breathe in, lengthen, lift halfway. Breathe out and fold in, hands around the back of your ankles. And drop the head. Breathe here. Take 1 more breath. And let go. Bend the knees. Inhale, uncurl all the way up. Reach and gather, hands to the heart. Exhale. Let everything settle here. Tadasana. Breathe. Now, step the feet a little bit wider. And you know what? We might want to turn sideways on the mat for what's coming up. Might do that. So take the feet a tiny bit wider, turn them out. We're coming to a squat. Breathe in. Reach up to the sky. Nice. Drop on into your squat. Exhale. You can use your blocks, of course, here under your hips if you'd like. You can stay higher. You can let it sway. Or you can just settle in the middle. Focus on your breath. Relax your face. Could you even close your eyes for 1 more breath? Now let's sit down. And when you find the ground, stretch your legs out in upavishta konasana. So I think this is kind of nicer sideways on your mat so your heels have a bit of cushioning. Bring your hands behind you. Push out into those legs, press them down to the floor. As we breathe out, we're going to fold forwards. We're going to bring the hands forwards in front of us. Breathe in, and it's about keeping that length in the front of the body. Sensation in your legs. We're not rounding the back. Press the legs down and out. Ease your way in and out of it. So you're rising a little on your inhale and then easing in a little bit as you exhale. Come on up as you're ready, breathing in. And breathe out, be here. Okay. Lean back so you can bring your legs in. Okay, now feet together, knees bent. Lean over to your right hip and swing your legs to the left for mermaid. So a right angle with your left leg and then the right foot just against the leg. Now turn to your right. Put your left hand against your knee, your right hand behind you. Lift up through your spine. Now you want to sit up as tall as you can with this. Good, that's it. And now spin, turning, look over your right shoulder. So left hand against the right knee for a bit of grip. Right fingertips or hand on the floor for support. Good, now we're going to turn it back to the middle. And lift the right hand up. So maybe your left hand could hold your shin. You're trying to sit up as tall as you can and maybe even go over a little bit to the left. That's it. And in going over to the left, is it just your head? See if you can, move that from the side body. Well done. Now let it go. Bring that right hand to the floor. This is my favorite bit. Right hand on the floor. Whirligig left arm again, round in front, over your head, push your hips up. There we go. So you're on your shins, you're on that right hand. Open up this little back bend, breathe into it. And sit back down. On the right hip, and swing the legs around in front. Lean to your left hip, mermaid legs to the other side. So again, the trick is to kind of sit up as tall as you can. Left hand behind you, right hand on the left knee. Up as tall as you can, good. And now twist, look over the left shoulder. But as you go, you can bring that right hip up off the floor and around. Go to your breath. Notice if your breath has shortened. Can we take one more longer, slower breath? And at the very end of that breath, come back to the middle. Sit up as tall as you can. Taking the right hand towards your shin if you can. Lift your left hand up to the sky. Good. And maybe over a little bit to the right. I know your head can go there, but can the rest of the body go a little bit? Nice. One more breath in. And then release it out. Best bit coming up. Hand on the floor behind you. Whirl that right arm round in front. Push down, rise up. Yeah, there you go. Breathe. And release. Sit down. Good. Now turn around on your mat again so your legs can go long down your mat. Lift that right leg up and over. Put the foot on the floor like that. Left arm around it. Right hand behind. Up tall through your spine. Hug your leg and twist around to the right. Now go to your breath. And back to the middle. That leg out, we'll bend the left leg up and over, foot to the floor, and turn the other way. Yes, that's it. So you're hugging your left leg in. Meanwhile, the right leg is straight and strong. Flex your foot. Good. Breathe length into the body, height through your spine. And use that space now to twist. One more breath. Unwind. Let's come to the middle. And stretch it on out. Legs out ahead of you. Great. Get your socks and your jumpers and all of that. Get ready for Savasana. Get your props in if you're going to use them, under the knees, under the head. When you come down and you get your legs set up on whatever you're going to use, you're going to roll yourself down and then have a little stretch. So before we finally relax, give yourself a big, long stretch. I know you're not here yet. I'll show you where you're going. And then pull your knees in. So just do that first, a little rock like that. And then set it all up in Savasana. Okay? That little stretch. And then the knees into the body. Give yourself that little cuddle. Then let's settle it all down. Make sure you're cozy. And take a moment to adjust anything that might need adjusting. Make sure things are symmetrical, comfortable. Little something under your hands is nice here. But give your arms space. And let your shoulders relax down and back. Let the eyes close. And rest the weight of your head into what's supporting it now. Drop the weight of your head. And feel your face relax. Softening around the eyes. Around the jaw. Relax your cheeks. And feel the breath come and go through your nose. And as you feel the whole face soften, notice the skin around the head, the scalp soften. Drop your head deeper. And feel the effect on the neck and shoulders. Let the shoulders soften down, easing the arms deeper. Relax the arms back into the earth. Now follow the breath down into the body. Let the awareness move right down into the belly and into the bowl of the pelvis. Let the bones of the pelvis sink. In a way, it's mimicking your head. Just as we drop the head deeper into the earth, feel now the bones of the pelvis settle and all of the muscles that hold the pelvis loosening their grip. Feel the breath. You relax the muscles of the abdomen, the pelvic floor, the glutes. Let go of the work. Release the holding. Let the breath come and go on its own. This area around the lower belly in front of the sacrum, this is swadisthana chakra, and it's associated with creativity, the seat of our creative energy, our sexuality, our playfulness, the seat of ideas. Nourish this part of you now with your awareness. Just be with this part of yourself, allowing the breath and the subtle energy to move here. Now take a deeper breath into the belly. Feel it expand into the ribs and chest. Breathe it out slowly and prepare to move, bringing the back of the waist to the floor, the kneecaps towards the ceiling. Bend the legs one at a time and pause. Roll to your side. And all the way up. And let's come up. We'll sit the palms facing up. Close the eyes. Now breathe in and let the arms open wide. Reach up to the sky. And breathe out. Gather the hands together down to the third eye. We'll pause at the heart center and bring to mind something or someone you feel grateful for. And then bring the hands to the earth. Namaste.